Hello everybody, it's your boy Lumenaddy. Today's February the 2nd and let's get right into it. So yesterday our predictions were we were expecting to see a descending wedge formation take place as we were expecting to see price reach the apex of the wedge and then rebound up. However, as Bitcoin's price continued to crash, we had a flash crash beyond the wedge. However, it did retrace back into the wedge and has been maintaining the wedge since. So I still think we are in a descending wedge formation as the price action seems to be confirming it, aside from this large crash over here. However, we did say that if you were interested in putting your buy, as we were expecting price to move towards the apex, that it would be around this level right here. That was one of the scenarios that we had discussed. And if you had put in your trade there to get triggered, I mean, you could have collected a nice profit from here up there for a day trade. And if you are in it for the long-term position, obviously that's also a good buy in position. Now, a couple things to look at on the daily. We have I mean, this is a massive long wick retracting up. Um, to me, that's another indication of a future bullish run coming up soon on the daily. We have completed our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days where we had hoped that this would form a handle, and one of the Reddit users had messaged stating that the handle is broken, and I had to absolutely agree. Our handle formation did not come to fruition in the 7 days that we expected. However, upon this descending wedge being completed, I'm pretty optimistic that price will move on back up and retest the levels that we had discussed up here. So I still think overall long term, we are still headed back up in price to attain new at the moon levels. So when will we get there and how will we get there? So we always have to look at the current move that we just had, which would be this a retracement level that I drew from the lowest point of our last daily candle to the highest point of the last daily candle, and looking at the retracement levels here. And if we just expand that up, we can see that we are still within levels to expect a retracement up back because we haven't broken these levels over here. I'm not sure if we will break them. I'm pretty confident that we'll come close to touching these because the apex ends there. So we might see this daily candle touch the 4061 level, go a little bit below that. If you look to the left, that's where the previous descending wedge ended. So that could be another spot for the price action for today to get up to. Could it break past that and test this level right here where we have other previous support levels? Absolutely, especially when there was these long, huge price action wicks over here. So price could come back here, which would be a 38.69. However, I would expect a lot of buy orders to be in this place right here. So I would not expect price to stay here for too long and instead be just forming another wick like this daily candle formed. And just to see on the short-term scales, intervals, how the price actually behaved from yesterday to today, to show that the descending wedge levels were respected. As price moved down, it did retrace back up to respect this descending wedge trend lines that we had drawn. Then obviously it crashed, picked right back up, and as it picked right back up, it again respected that level, went up to respect the upper trend line level, respected it, did not break past it, came back down, again respecting the bottom trend line level, again respecting the top, and as you can see, it is snaking down, down this descending wedge to when we expect it to hit the apex, maybe, well, this is the 45 minute. So probably within a day or two, um, it, we would expect this price action to again go test the upper trend line, uh, possibly cause another flash crash as if Bitcoin at that moment also decides to tank, because we had said we'd expect Bitcoin price to hit 7,500, and on this flash crash I believe it did touch 7,500, and as Bitcoin price went up, the Lumen price, the Stellar Lumen price, also reverted back up. So just to recap, our positions for today would be really, I'm more comfortable in a descending wedge because we know that a breakout up is coming anytime soon. So I'm more comfortable putting in buys than trying to short and do a reverse of the trend that we could expect. So rather than putting a sell here and then collecting a buy position here, I would just wait for the price to drop and then put a buy there. So currently would be a good buy to put in. We could expect price to at least touch the upper trend line here before then collecting profits there before retracing back down to this level right here, because that's where the apex appears to end. So in terms of levels, 4061 would be a level to look at. Could it go back and touch 3712? I'm not inclined to think that it would. But if you want to be really, really conservative, you could wait for this. I think a conservative approach would be to wait for 4061. Obviously, 4189 were levels that we discussed before. So anywhere there would also be good buy positions, and collecting profits at any position or any time we touch the upper trend line over here. So anywhere along here, or you can collect it at any of the Fibonacci levels that we have drawn up here. So 4665, 4950. I think these are all good take profit levels. Now that's for the short term, and I haven't forgotten about y'all up here. All my faithful people who started watching these videos when I started, and back when we thought that we were going to quickly form our cup and handle, and we had buy orders in here. Just hodl, y'all. Price is coming back your way. I truly believe that. So if y'all have faith in the analysis still, I would hodl still, because the overall up trend in the long term is still up. Well, that looks like a hot mess to really see it, but it is still up. We haven't retraced back far enough to be concerned for a bearish move. We are still looking at, we closed above the 76th percentile level here on a retracement, which makes us understand that the most likelihood is to complete this full retracement anytime price retraces and breaks really 72%, but has even broken 76. So we'd expect price to complete that retracement and get back up here to the 6,000 level. So that's why if you had put in buy orders here, hang tight. Price is coming your way soon. As soon as this descending wedge is completed, I'm optimistic that price would move up there. So let's see. Let's see if that is the case. If y'all notice something that I haven't noticed, if you think that this is in a bearish market for another week or 2 weeks, and we're not going to see these levels come back here for another few months, do let me know. Do let the other viewers know. Post, comment, explain your analysis. We're all just here to learn. But I think along with the descending wedge, if we look at the 1 day, we are touching, finally, we are touching the bottommost level. We're almost at 0, and the other RSI level has just gotten under 10. So I think we are in an oversold position, completing a descending wedge, being in an oversold position on the daily. I think we are headed towards a upward bullish swing. So those are the factors. And if we look at the volume too, volume has also picked up, right? It's 396, and right now it's currently at 347. compared to where it was before. So to me, people are back in the market expecting this upward swing. And so that's what I would also expect to see tomorrow as we approach our apex, to see a reversal and heading back up. So if that happens, let's recap again tomorrow and see if that is exactly what happened. And until then, peace.